Cameron Maybin and Adam Ottavino are there. I'm here. Guys, what do you got on free agent hitters?
All right, we're going to talk about a couple different guys today. The first guy I think we're going to touch on is Justin Turner, veteran, unbelievable all-around hitter.
Still nasty.
Still doing it. Had a great year last year in Boston. I faced him a ton with the Dodgers. You know, obviously he's a great all-around hitter, but the thing I want to people to notice about him is how on top of the plate he is, and when he lifts that knee to get started, it's almost a strike already. Like, his knee is almost in the strike zone. And for a young pitcher who's thinking, I got to pitch this ball way in and, you know, disrupt him a little bit, it's intimidating. You think you're going to hit him, or I'm going to throw a cookie down the middle. So, like I almost did there. So,
isn't it difficult? Yeah. Is it almost a setup? You understand that he wants the ball close to him, right? Because he can do so much damage. But as a pitcher, Adam, I want to know, how does that affect your visual as far as the plate? How does that, you know, mentally get to you and kind of mess up what you're trying to do?
Well, it's really, really tough because most guys do not stand this on top of the plate. And if you think about it, being that far on top of the plate, the outside corner is kind of middle to him, right? So then it makes you nibble a little bit on the outside instead of trusting yourself over here. And he doesn't chase. So you kind of have to mix it up front to back is what we call it, you know. Firm and soft, kind of let him sit on that back leg and kind of run out of time a little bit.
I like that. Still an elite hitter, still doing it right now. I'm sure somebody will definitely need his services come 2024 season for sure.
100%. All right, next one on the list is Jock Peterson, former teammate of JT. This is a guy who gave me trouble as well because he's trying to hit a home run every time he's coming up. I think he'd be lying if he said something else. I mean, he got a nice single off me there, but for the most part, you see how he winds up in that swing, and he's trying to lift the ball. For the most part, I felt like it was a victory if I just kept him on the ground. So everything I was trying to do for the most part with balls in play early in the count was get him on the ground, no damage, and just go from there. As you see, a little bit of a sinker because he's trying to pull everything, so I'm trying to keep the ball running off to the end of his bat.
You stuck to the hard stuff with him, man. I'm used to playing behind you, watching you go to the soft stuff. A lot of hard stuff right there, a lot of sinkers to Jock right there, trying to get him to roll over and don't play. What was the difference between the two? I know one righty, one lefty, but who did you fear more? I just want to know because you had pretty good numbers against JT.
More of Jock, honestly, because you can almost visualize that slider bending right into his barrel, right? So it you know, makes you nibble a little bit on the corners, a lot of backdoor breaking balls. And, you know, with the righties, I don't worry as much about the breaking ball. Throw it in there and trust that they're not going to crush it. But with him, it was always a little bit of a gamble.
I like that. Two really solid hitters, two free agents that definitely could help somebody out. But I want to talk about a veteran guy that I think could definitely be a spark to somebody. I personally would love to see him finish with only one uniform, and that's Joey Votto. I think Joey Votto is still a type of guy, a veteran guy, that his passion, his love, his authentic genuineness that he brings to the game is special. Joey Votto, one of the guys that I always look forward to getting to first base, having a conversation, because one thing he made you do, possibly a future Hall of Famer, he made you feel like you're a future Hall of Famer. He was so complimentary of you and your game, what you would do, and I think he's the type of guy that can really impact the team. I go back to 2015, and I had Johnny Gomes, and I tell everybody, one thing that's difficult to do, and you know, in a big league clubhouse, is impact the team when you're not on the field every day. Usually the guy that's the leader, that's a captain, he's a guy that's in there every day. And Johnny Gomes is a guy that in 2015, we struggled, but that team fought every day. We played hard. Nobody took a day off. And the Kansas City Royals traded for him that year. And you hear people talk about he was the reason why we won. He didn't make the roster, but he was there. They talked about the chemistry, the camaraderie that he brought to that clubhouse. And I think Joey Votto, he's a guy that if you look at last year, 65 games, still 14 homers, still able to hit, still able to produce. He's a guy, you know, like I know, he'll be able to hit until he decides to put it back down. And I think Joey Votto, he's a guy that somebody could desperately need in their uniform. Toronto Blue Jays, hometown guy, could be a reunion, could be a nice place for him. I know the fans will love it. You know, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, me personally, I think Joey's the type of guy he's hard to game plan for because he's setting you up.
Absolutely.
He's playing chess when you're playing checkers. I mean, that's kind of Joey's MO from the beginning. And I know this year he had a huge impact on their young guys. I'd love to see him back with the Reds.
Matty,
he had a huge impact with Will Benson, for example.
Absolutely.
So I'd like to see him back there.
I love that. Matty, who do you like?
Oh, man, I got it. I don't picture him in any other uniform. Young team, he's got to be in that locker room. He's got to be. Where is he going to go? Joey Votto, you're going to, 10 years, you're going to say, I don't remember
The
him.
word is that there's some rumors, some teams out there rumored to be interested, so you never know.
No, I mean, of course they want him, but I can't get into it. Hall of Fame, Joey Votto, red. End of story.
I love it.